Good Thursday morning and welcome. This is Game Day with GMJ. We appreciate you waking up with us. I'm Keitha Nelson.
And I'm Lou Turner. Guess what? We're here all morning long. In fact, you may as well just go ahead and invest the whole day, as we are here all day long from Everbank Field. It's going to be a great one. We got a cross-state rivalry happening. Mike Brantley, Katie Jeffries, weather and traffic from the field. Guys, how are we doing this morning?
Oh my gosh, we're so good.
It's never been better. You know, we're talking about traffic and weather together in the teal and not just the big fancy, but the biggest scoreboard in the world. So without
It is gorgeous out here, folks. I don't know how well you can see behind me, but this screen is about 350 feet across, and tonight at about 8 o'clock or so is going to be pumping up the fans for tonight's big game.
Good morning, guys. And it doesn't matter where you sit, if it's the second row or way up top. The one thing you're going to see is that scoreboard, and from touchdown to turnover, you'll see every angle, setting the pace and the tone for fans. We met the man who's responsible for what you see every game. That chant echoes through the stadium. Rosen says the benchmark during the games can be felt below your feet.
Players are psyching them up or whatever, the floor shakes.
So let's take a good look at it up here. Get your weather graphics.
Let's go, Jags. And yeah, let's go. We're going for a touchdown here, 4th and 1. And it looks like, yes, touchdown, because we're going to dry out just in time for the tailgate. A steamy kickoff, but Katie, we'll take that 85 degrees. The biggest fear a weatherman or meteorologist has is lightning. And I don't see that lightning during the game.
About your traffic to help you out. So if you take a look towards the big boards here, that's a wide look at Jacksonville, and you can see all your major interstates, or at least around the Jacksonville area, moving pretty well. Let's take a closer look here, kind of northwest Jacksonville, near 295 and I-10. Both moving up to speed at the moment, and that is great.
Yeah.
You gotta look the part as a fan, right? So we sent photojournalist Jeff Renfro to Fanatics to show us the latest, greatest Jaguars gear. Take a look.
The Jags have gone to a lot more gold and black this season, which you're going to notice in a lot of the product as far as hats and apparel goes.
And as we go down state just a little bit, the Bucks had to come up I-4 to get here. Let's go down I-4 to Orlando. American Idol auditions happening near Disney. That is where Shelby Danielson is live.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on.
Open for business, Bud Light Party Zone. It's a great spot. I recommend 21 and up, not just because, obviously, the booze, but because it's a party. And sometimes the party in there is just as good as the party out here. This is the flex field that some of the fans are going to get to see for the first time tonight before the first game here. All of it controlled by the grounds crew, one of their 5 fields. So we went and talked to them to see how they do it.
Painting itself is easy. The measuring out gets a little bit bothersome.
Nick Vidal has probably painted this field more than 100 times. He's in his 16th season as SMG's assistant sports field manager.
So a wide look here around the Jacksonville area. It actually looks pretty good at the moment, which is great. You can see a lot of green. Maybe you're traveling northwest side of Jacksonville, not seeing any problems there. Oh, and we got a sprinkler that just came on nearby.
Live TV, get that phone.
All right, we're gonna have to toss it probably back to you guys, or actually,
here, Katie.
look at some of the fun.
I got a towel.
Yeah, they got hit with the sprinkler, and that's what Mike needed, honestly. If anything,
I can't believe it's live television, folks.
Blood vessel from popping in his head, making the touchdown calls. Listen, we are live here, Everbank Field, Game Day with GMJ. Doesn't get much better than that.
Those sprinklers came out of nowhere.
Wasn't planned, but at least it feels cooler. It's a steamy start out here, and no more surprise showers in this forecast.
I expected you to predict those sprinklers, Mike. Where were you?
You can blame me. I didn't see it coming. All right, let's go to precision forecast. And look at this, weather like you've never seen before.
Anyway, let's get into strategy. Let's start with, I think, the big thing. What has got a lot of traction on social media is Blake Bortles, the quarterback play, because the Jags, I'm not going to say live and die by the quarterback, but it's going to be very important this year, clearly.
It's the most important position in sports. Right. And Blake only got 5 throwing attempts against the Patriots. Went 3 of 5, made the right decisions, though. And I think that that's the key moving forward.
where we are live. It is game day with GMJ on this Thursday morning, 39 minutes now past the hour. We are here ahead of tonight's big game. Jaguars, they're getting ready to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're amped up about this one, but for sure, and you better believe tonight all of the fans, they will be dressed in teal and black.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We a little earlier we visited with Fanatics,
Yeah.
a huge company here locally, well, internationally, frankly, but local company and all the Jags gear. So they were telling us just in the last couple weeks, 60% increase in the sale of Jags apparel. We were looking at some of the popular names that have been going off the shelves. You know, when you buy the jersey, the Jalen Ramsey jerseys, they can't keep on the shelf right now.
We have some here, as a matter of fact, and they're pretty snazzy as well. If you want to take a quick look at them, some of the jerseys that we have. This one says Jacksonville in rhinestone. This is what I would go for
That's
sure.
what you would.
Can I reveal something?
By
really
all
quickly?
means.
I'm gonna go here.
Go there.
Real quick. Yes, folks, I did it. I broke out. These are my Jaguar heels. Okay, I went there.
You did it. And they look good. They're better than any footwear I've got. Let's go, Jags. Love the sound of that. And of course, First Coast News, the home of the Jaguars tonight, ABC 25. We hope you'll stay right there. No reason to go anywhere.
Nope, not at all. We see you right back here in 30 minutes, as a matter of fact. Thanks for watching Game Day with GMJ. Have an awesome, awesome day. And don't forget to cheer on our Jags.
Thank you for joining us today at 5. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Heather Crawford. We are pumped up to be here. We are so excited that football is back in the River City, and so are all the fans. We have seen tailgaters lined up for several hours now, all up and down Bay Street.
Folks, it's going down tonight. Buccaneers and Jaguars, the Jags' second preseason game, and they're looking to go 2-0 this preseason. Now let's take a look overhead over the stadium, shall we? Right now, nobody's inside because the gates have not opened. So as you can see, the world's largest scoreboards. Yeah, they've got the Bucs and the Jags logos up there, and at around 8:15 tonight, there will be some action inside of the scoreboard. Meanwhile, you know, whenever a training camp kicks off, it's always that one story, that one player that surprises you, who makes the team, and you can't help but root for them. Alyssa Lang is not the player I'm talking about, but she's going to talk about the man. His nickname is Wild Man. She joins us live and continues our live team coverage. Hello, Alyssa.
That's right, Chris. As you mentioned, the Jags are doing everything they can to just win some games this year. That means bringing in some of the best talent, some big names, but also some guys who are just plain passionate about football. Carroll Phillips came to Duval not only with a pretty big chip on his shoulder, but with a pretty cool nickname.
Yeah, I got a big chip on my shoulder.
Coming out of Illinois, Carroll Phillips thought he was going to get a lot more interest than he did. As for the team in Jacksonville, Florida that did give him a chance, he's ready to prove them right.
You know, coming in, I'm going to show these guys what I could do. And when we play other teams, I'm going to show them that why they ain't picking me, this why they ain't picking me, so I'm going to ball out.
The joint jumping with Jaguars. Let's send it back to Heather and Anthony at Everbank.
All right, Jeff, we'll check back in with you in a little while. Thank you very much. You know, one of my favorite things about...
Oh, that's some wind blowing right now.
It's kind of windy. Live on air, you never know what's going to happen.
No. So our Juliet Dreyer, she's been with the tailgaters all day. And Juliet, I know this is your first football season here in Duval, so I know you are getting prepared.
Oh my
Juliet.
Gosh. Anthony, yes, this is my first Duval County tailgate, and you can see everything going on. This is the middle of what's called a circle up right here. We have the Teal Street hooligans, the Bold City Brigade right here. People are getting hyped.
So my first question for you, I know there are a lot of excited fans out there because the Jags' first preseason game against the Patriots, they won.
Well, it's better than losing, that's for sure. I don't know how meaningful it is, but in the big picture, given the choice of winning versus losing, obviously you always want to win.
We're live out at Everbank Field, and it is hot, let me tell you. Anyone that is walking in and out of the field, you see them going like this, because even by game time at 8 o'clock, when that sun is just about to set, we're going to have a temperature in the mid to upper 80s, but the heat index, thanks to the humidity, we're right here on the river, it's going to be feeling more like 100 degrees.
We are now a little more than 2 hours away from the Jaguars and Bucs going head-to-head here at Everbank Field. I am standing in the south end zone. If you take a look over my shoulder here, you can see some of the players are beginning to come out of the locker room and begin to stretch. Yeah, it is almost game time. The Jaguars trying to pick up their second win of the preseason. And look at this video. If you don't think these two teams don't like getting after it, they're not competitive, this is what went down in practice on Tuesday. Not one, but two fights. Who won the battle? I'll let you decide. Brian Chinaki continues our live team coverage to explain why keeping Caldwell was the right decision. Hello, Brian.
So Chris, there's this Twitter GIF, and if you're not familiar with what a GIF is, it's like a video. Somebody put this Twitter GIF of Donald Trump holding an executive order, and on it, it's photoshopped, and it says back-to-back off-season champions. Why is that? It's because of General Manager David Caldwell. Now, I'm not saying necessarily because of the executive order he deserves this job, but if you look at all the big fish he went out in the market and got, he absolutely deserves where he is right now and future contract negotiations going into the future. But for now, I am fully believed in Dave Caldwell being the general manager of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First Coast News' Juliet Dreyer caught up with some really diehard fans, and she joins us now live. Juliet?
Heather and Anthony, a lot of people coming in here dressed in their game day finest, and I have to say I found the best dressed man at this tailgate. This is my new friend Chris. Chris, I gotta ask you, where did you get that ensemble?
Just dug it out of the closet this morning, ready for the new season to start. So really excited and can't wait.
A lot of fans have already showed up here at Everbank Field and around the stadium as the tailgating is in full swing. You're taking a live look right now at some fans very excited about this season, about this game tonight. They tell us, these tailgaters, that the tailgating experience is hands down the best part of game day.
Hello, Katie Jeffries. A beautiful day here at Everbank Field alongside Lauren. Lauren, you know, we don't get to work together too much.
Yay.
Glad to have you here, and you know, it's beginning to get a little cooler now.
It really actually is. We've got more blue skies above us too, which is awesome. All those storms heading out west. So for us, no lightning, and that was one of your biggest concerns. So good news for the Jags fans heading out here. I gotta say though, it still is hot, and the humidity is the big factor this evening. So heat index near 100 degrees if you're sitting in the fans or in the stands even at 8 o'clock tonight. So water, that is a must, and maybe even take a break every now and then in the cooling station.
So picking the person who's actually going to do that cut, as you might imagine, it's not an easy selection process. Listen to this.
Selection process was just kind of, when I first got here, was just kind of go around the room and ask guys, and I found the guy that most guys went to, and with most barbers, you can't please everybody.
Okay, so Marcus Pollard is the Jaguars' Director of Player Development. He's also a former NFL player, and it's his job to pick the barbers responsible for cutting the Jaguars' hair. He knows the pressures of needing a good haircut, especially for our hometown team, right? So he also wants the players to have one less thing to worry about.
And I've seen the pride in this city. I've seen the passion they have for this team. And I want you to know that I feel the pain and I know how difficult it's been. But make no mistake about it. The people of Jacksonville deserve a winner.
Building a winner. That's what the trio of Tom Coughlin, David Caldwell, and Doug Marrone have been hired to do. The Jaguars taking another step towards gearing up for what the fan base hopes will be a successful season, as the Big Cats host the Tampa Bay Bucks tonight at home in preseason game number 2. Joining me now, and I'll go from left to my right, our Jaguars beat writer, Mike Kay. We got Tony Wiggins from 1010XL. We also have Damon Jones, who's one of the top assistant coaches here on our First Coast. Let's talk about the running game now, and Leonard Fournette. Got 30 seconds here, Michael Kay. What does he mean for Blake if he can run that ball 20, 25 times a game?
Well, once his foot clears and they're able to let him go, he can mean everything. He allows you to sell play fakes. He allows you to pick up yards. He allows you to pick up short yardage, which they struggled with last year.
She joins us live from inside the stadium. Hello, Alyssa.
Hey Chris, that's right. After Gus Bradley was fired at the end of last season, we couldn't help but wonder how much of a part did Blake Bortles play in that. From day one, you heard Gus Bradley standing by Blake saying, "This is our guy. He is the Jags quarterback." Of course, Jaguars only won 3 games last season, so a lot of fans understandably wondering if Gus was right or wrong about that.
All around Everbank Field, we were like, where is the best tailgate? We found this one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, going at it. Yeah!
What do you think his success can mean for those people where you guys are from?
A lot of hope. From where Leonard come from where we come from, it was a rough neighborhood. So he's giving back a lot of hope to the other kids.
Obviously, he has a great love for his daughter. Tell us about Lyra.
Handful.
Know what it takes, and we have every piece.
Calais Campbell wasn't just brought to Jacksonville because he's solid on the defensive line. Not just for 56 career sacks, or because he's downright huge. Calais comes to Duval with 10 years of NFL experience, and the young Jags are taking advantage.
It's kind of flattering because a lot of guys are just coming to me for a lot of little things, and I'm always, I love passing knowledge down, and I'm still learning myself, but I do have a lot of knowledge to pass down, so I encourage them to come talk to me about anything.
Less than about 5 minutes away from the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going head-to-head right here on ABC 25, the stadium. A few more people have come in since we last saw it. Back here live now with Mike Kay, Tony Wiggins, Damon Jones. Before we talk about that, all of these guys will be back for our post-game show immediately following the game. Don't touch the remote. They're going to have insight, analysis. We're going to break it all down first for you immediately following the game right here on ABC 25.